Hello, Dog Days Brewing. You guys ready to start this Freaky Friday comedy show? Heck yes. Thank you guys very much for coming out and supporting live comedy. It's about the turnout I expected once I realized the government was getting shut down. The Mariners are playing for their playoff hopes and lives. And then we got anybody in here who probably doesn't give a fuck about baseball, and I appreciate that. So, yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, we do comedy here every Friday at Dog Days at 7 p.m. Sometimes it's open mic, sometimes it's a comedy show. So yeah, if you have fun tonight, feel free to come out to a future comedy event. I didn't really plan anything today, and I don't have any new jokes to share with you, and I'm just tired and burnt out on all my material. I'll be honest with you, the struggle's real. So what I want to do for a special treat for all of us tonight is I want to practice my impressions. Hey, what's up, guys? Live comedy show starting just right now. I'm not known for my impressions. It's when I do them in the mirror, they're really bad. So I want to try to practice my impressions for you. So I want you guys to yell out some kind of celebrity, and I'll try to do an impression of that celebrity.
Do Trump.
Trump? I can't do Trump.
Michael Jackson.
Would you believe it? They got fucking so many kids and innocent people dying in Gaza, and they don't give me the Nobel Peace Prize? See? I can't do it. Gay. It's gay. We got Antifa going to Portland. Gay. Yeah, I don't know. Matthew McConaughey. Hey guys, yeah, we're gonna play some football in Texas, and I'm gonna pretend like I still do drugs, even though I'm happily married and have kids, and I don't do that anymore, and I do a Cadillac commercial. That's my impression. It's so bad. Adam Sandler. Oh man, that's tough. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. You fucking do an Adam Sandler. What are you talking about? I showed up in my shorts for this. Are you kidding me? I shot Happy Gilmore. I'm worth $440 million and I dress like a bum. That's my Adam Sandler impression. That's not good. Keanu Reeves? Hey, I bet you I can make you come. No, not today? Okay. Maybe tomorrow? All right. Yeah. That dog's more scared than I am right now. Look at that thing. He's like, I'm not going anywhere till you give me more treats, mama. That's so cute. Yeah. Who?
Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock Johnson? Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? God, I'm horrible. I'm not doing this anymore. I did ask for it, and it was worse than I thought it was going to be, so it's not going to work. You know, people tell me all the time when they hear me laugh, I sound like Seth Rogen. And I don't want to hear that. I want to hear things like, you're sexy like Seth Rogen, or you're rich like Seth Rogen. That's what I want to hear. Well, he's sexy. You see Jonah Hill lately? He lost a bunch of weight. He's skinnier than I am now. That's not fair. Man. Yeah, he looks like he needs to eat a cheeseburger, but I ain't one to shame. Shit. All right, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now. Live comedy show. We're just getting ready to start it. I'm not really selling it very well right now, but... Tonight's show is a specialty show. For those of you that don't know, we're going to have some local comics go up and do each other's jokes. These are always a lot of fun for the regulars there in the audience that have seen these comedians perform their own jokes in person before. And we're going to attempt to have the comedians try each other's set. And usually it's a lot of fun. Last time we did this, Alison and I swapped sets. And I went up there and I said what I said, and then she went up there and said things that I've never said before. So it should be fun, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up your first comedian. They are going to do a set, and the tribute set, I don't even know what to call it. What do you fucking call it?
Plagiarized.
Yeah, the copyrighted set, Freaky Friday set. Everybody give it up for Chris Atkinson as Alison Rose, the owner of Remedy.
Thank you for that energetic and uplifting intro, Joseph. My name's Alison Rose. I'm a 49-year-old restaurant owner. Yeah, and the thing about being 49 and a half is when the only compliments I get at this age, this old age, is, wow, you look really good for your age. Which, that's not a compliment. Like, drop the qualifier. How about you just look good? That's like me saying, hey, you got a big dick for a dude with a small dick. My dad is my best friend. I'm best friends with my dad. I love to cook for my dad. His specialty, or my specialty that I cook for him, is eggplant parmesan. That has caused me some issues in past relationships because guys, when my dad wants eggplant parmesan, he just texts me a picture of the eggplant emoji because he doesn't know what that means. He doesn't understand the subtext. So that's an issue with guys I've dated because they'll just see a text on my phone from a guy named Daddy with a bunch of eggplants. And I have to say, no, that's my dad. That's my daddy. And that doesn't help. Being a restaurant owner, there are some like ethical conundrums I face, you know. One recently, I was eating breakup nachos. And if you guys don't know, breakup nachos are like a full tray of nachos. And then my tears are the salt. And you eat them in bed and use your sheets as napkins. Well, recently I was eating some breakup nachos, and I was watching a pornography. I was watching my favorite genre of pornography, which was a gangbang. A devil's threesome, if you will. 2 dudes, 1 chick. And a twist happened while I was watching this porno. A third guy entered the room. And it really threw me off because the guy that entered the room, the third guy, looked just like one of my employees. So I did the ethical thing that any boss would do. I finished myself. I finished the porn. I finished my breakfast nachos. And then later that night when I saw him during our shift, I slapped him on the ass and gave him a raise. Thank you. I'm kidding. I didn't give him a raise. I tend to date narcissistic guys because they're really good liars and I'm a gullible slut. Yeah. Like, I was dating this one guy for months and he told me he was studying entomology, and I didn't find out till much later that he's a part-time exterminator. Yeah. Exterminators don't do house calls for crabs. That's how I found out. So some things we have to learn the hard way. The last narcissist I dated was also a comedian. You might have seen him before. He has a fuck-ass haircut and isn't funny. And he's like very sarcastic, so sometimes you don't know if the two comedians, if one's running a bit or not. So he was like, Alison, I found a loophole for cheating. If I sleep with a guy, you can't be mad because that means you're homophobic. And I was incensed because I am an ally. I am not the least bit homophobic. All right? And this had me thrown the whole weekend. So I did what any supportive girlfriend would do. I bought a strap-on. And when I presented it to him, he acted incredulous. He was like, What the hell is this? What are you doing? She's like, I support you, and we're going to explore your sexuality together. And he's like, Alison, I was running a bit. I was just doing a bit. She goes, and I said, yeah. This is the punchline, bitch. And then I fucked him. All right, my name's been Alison Rose. Thank you very much. And if you come to Remedy after this show, I'm going to be buying everyone a drink.
All right, give it up for Alison Rose, buying everyone a drink at Remedy after this. Wow, what a nice person. All right, everybody, up next in the Freaky Friday set, she's going to get her chance at redemption right here. Give it up for Alison Rose as Christopher Atkinson.
Thank you, SJ. Hello, everybody. My name is Christopher Atkinson. I am a chubby boy from Michigan. I learned how to ski on a decommissioned landfill. It was $50 for the lift, going up and down between my asthma attacks. And the whole time, my dad was just shouting, "Pizza, Christopher, pizza!" And if you guys don't know, pizza when you're skiing it's got two meanings for me. One is it means stop. It's how you turn your feet to stop. But also it's how my dad got me to get out of there for the pizza. I'm a hungry boy. This is the same dad that took me to see a concert. It was Puddle of Mud, Nickelback, and Three Doors Down. And I thought that it was a really nice bonding experience for us until Puddle of Mud broke into that song, She Hates Me. And Dad came up to me and put his arm around me and whispered in my ear, "This song is about your mom divorcing me." I was 10. My wife and I are trying to get pregnant.
Your wife?
Yeah. I'm trying to... Yes, SJ. I'm Christopher Atkinson, SJ. That's SJ, everyone. Yeah, so I'm trying to get my wife pregnant with my dick. She's doing it for selfish reasons, though. She's just jealous and wants bigger titties than me. And I'm trying to lose weight. Like, the belly doesn't really bother me. It's more that I just don't want to look like at any given moment I'm about to start lactating. It's been getting colder out, fall time. And so sadly I had to take down my hammock, which I also call my masturbation station. So, unless the neighbors are out, then I call it my snack station. Calories don't count when you're eating on the hammock. I never thought hammocks had a weight limit until I bought one. And I learned, sorry, now I know how much 50 pounds costs. It's $50, a crumpled up Lowe's receipt, and the remainder of my dignity. So, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not really a guy's guy. I had to call a mechanic recently because my car broke down, and he came in and he looked at it and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's the problem's the cat." And I said, "Sir, all 5 of my cats are indoors. That's not the problem." I do have 5 cats, and you know it's great, but it's awkward because when I was a younger man, you know, I pictured myself in my 30s being surrounded by pussy, and it's just not what I was expecting. It was an awkward car ride home, though, with the mechanic. He's like trying to talk cars and stuff, and I didn't know what to say, so I just was like, "What do you know about Spider-Man?" I'm Chris Atkinson. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chris Atkinson. All right, everybody. You guys are a great crowd. Thank you for playing along with us here on this Freaky Friday show. Your next comedian. Give it up for Bernadette as Janel Chavira. Bernadette as a Mexican drinking a Rainier. All right, I love it.
Hey, y'all, my name is... I just said y'all. Fuck. My name is Janel Chavira. And I fucking hate my name, man. You only ever hear my name on, like, Jerry Springer, 16 and Pregnant. And man, if you think about it, it's only one letter away from anal. If you play your cards right, though, I'm only one drink away. So yes, I am a Latina. I'm a Mexican. And people say some really weird shit when they find out I'm a Mexican. They say, ooh, don't get Janelle mad. She'll key your car. I say, man, I don't know anything about keys. I am not Colombian. If you piss me off, I'll just take the starter out of your car. Oh, and the catalytic converter. Well, and they say, well, Janelle, why stop there? Why don't you just steal the car? Because I'm not Puerto Rican. Jeez. So when I was little, both of my parents worked, so our grandma watched us. And my mom told her it was okay to hit us, which is kind of weird, but you know. But Grandma said, no, man, fuck that. I'm going with the psychological route. So when we were bad, Grandma would make us wash the walls. And little 10-year-old me was just standing there washing walls going, damn, I wish there was a president who would make this wall so big and put my grandma on the other side of it. Sorry, I think I might have manifested Trump. I'm really sorry. When you wish upon a wall, your grandma gets deported. Yeah, it's sad. That's so sad. So my husband is out of town, and I get a little nervous, so I've been sleeping with a gun. And this morning I really didn't want to get up for work. I almost hit the wrong snooze button. My last time I mentioned a gun on stage, a guy in the audience pulls out a revolver, and I'm like, before I could even say anything, he says, "Oh, don't worry, it's a fake." And I said, "Well, that's cool, man. So is the shit in my pants." I'm always packing. Man, Janelle cracks me up. So when you think about it, though, guns are a lot like black guys, right? People are afraid of them for no reason. white guys think they're cool. And when my husband's out of town, they're going to end up in my bed. Oh, hell. Did you all know that October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month? Well, it is, and I know that only because I'm wearing less concealer. It's okay if you didn't laugh at that. My boyfriend wrote the joke. It wasn't me. Man, my husband fucking hates it. So, I've been in the Navy now for 10 years. Damn. I'm thinking about doing 5 more. Not really because I want to be in for 15, but my recruiter promised me a quinceañera. Oh, and those couple of you that laughed at that, you're invited, man. It's going to be a blast. So you want to hear some Navy tea? Some Navy gossip? Woo! Somebody was caught masturbating in a government vehicle. Woo! I prefer to call it carjacking. It's less embarrassing for me. Thank you all. I am Janel Chavira.
All right. Thank you, Janel Chavira. All right. Giving the beer back, something Janel would never do. All right. All right, everybody. Your next Freaky Friday comedian. Give it up for Janel Chavira as Bernadette.
I am Bernadette. I am the dirty old lady of comedy in Kitsap. Thank you for coming to Freaky Friday. But every Friday is freaky for me because I own 6 pairs of panties and I do laundry on Saturday. So you do the math, big boy. A lot of you young kids are saying a lot of weird slang that I don't understand. One of the slang words I kind of understood a little bit, though, was 6'7". Have you guys heard of that? No. 6'7", 6'7". I understood that one because that's my age. And my body count. I mean, think about it, though, you know? Think about it, big boy. You know, I got a new hip. A fresh jar of Tiger Balm. I'll bake you cookies after. It's been a long time since I've had sex, all right? I was so horny one night. I went up on the roof of my apartment and I just started howling at the moon like a she-wolf in heat. One of my neighbors called the cops on me, though, and I don't really mind. I don't mind a man in uniform that's going to handcuff me. All my life, I couldn't wait for menopause. I wanted menopause so bad, dude. It's because I run cold, and I thought hot flashes would warm me up. It didn't happen like that. No hot flashes. Do you guys know what menopause is? Yeah? Yeah, menopause for me is I don't have to lie to my boyfriends anymore about being on the pill. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't get any hot flashes. Instead, what happened was my ass fell out. Yeah. Now, I don't remember a lot of things, but the thing I do remember is the day that my ass fell out. Like, I'll never forget it. It was September 11th, 2001. Oh, you guys heard about my ass too, huh? I woke up that morning, I put on my favorite pair of jeans that made my ass look so good. But at approximately 8:42 a.m., my first cheek was hit. I looked in the mirror and it was gone. And I'm really sad to report at 9:03 a.m., my second cheek fell. Yeah. Can we please have a moment of silence for my ass? Please. And the fallen soldiers. Fallen soldiers is what I call my boobs. Oh, I don't have anything else. I'm so sorry, you guys. My memory, it's going away. But that's it for me. I'm Bernadette. I am the dirty old lady from Comedy and Kids Out. Thank you guys so much.
All right, thank you, Bernadette. Heck yeah, this is so much fun. All right, everybody, I'm really excited about this next Freaky Friday comedy set swap because this is the first time we're featuring an Indian swap. So you figure out which one's which. Good luck doing that. All right, everybody, your next comedian, give it up for Neil Singh as Thomas Friday.
Hi guys, I'm Thomas Friday. I recently did comedy at a casino, which was an interesting experience. I got to do comedy for gamblers. I imagine what was the conversation amongst those gamblers where they're waiting to watch me? Were they going, what are the odds that this is going to be funny? And then later on, they were like, I'm going to bet on red. I love this. I love doing comedy. It's my favorite thing in the world, except for the public speaking. Because I just shit myself. Okay. Every time I speak in public. I went to a teacher, a public speaking teacher, to ask for advice on like what I should do. She's like, just pretend like you're talking to your buddies, which is great advice for somebody who has buddies. I'm such a loser. Okay. My dad is super inclusive, very inclusive person. When we watch a lot of movies together, and every time we watch a movie, he's always like, hey, where's all the black people? Why don't they cast more black people? And I'm like, Dad, we're watching It's a Bug's Life. They're cartoons. Okay. This is an awkward thing about my very sad life. My cat lost their virginity before I did. I was 28 when I lost my virginity, and that's fucking sad as shit. And my cat was just 1. It wasn't me, though. It's the worst, because I was like 25 when it happened, so that means for 3 years I had to raise her children. I'm being jealous of her. I have 0 game with the ladies, no game at all, which is weird because I'm a car salesman by trade. So at work, I'm always out there, I'm closing deals, but when I'm talking to the ladies, I'm closing legs. What else? Oh, one of my friends, she's like, oh, you're so awkward. You must have autism, right? And I've studied all the different kinds of autism, and I don't have it. That same friend, he's like, no, you should have autism because then you could use as an excuse to get out of one-night stands. And I was like, well, how does that work? I finish up. I'm like, oh, thanks, lady. Thanks for the good time. I have autism. Bye. Right? What a stupid thing that would be to do. All right. I don't like one-night stands, though, because 1 is an odd number. Okay. I have a girlfriend right now, so it's several night stands. It's never-ending stands. She's blonde. And she doesn't like these blonde stereotype jokes, you know, because she doesn't get them. Such a dumb bitch, that lady. My girlfriend, she's 10 years younger than me, which is kind of weird because I'm 26, so that makes me a child molester. I'm just kidding. I don't. That's not. She's of age. That's all that matters. We come from different generations. I've been at the same job for like 10 years, you know, and she's constantly changes jobs because she doesn't like the vibe. For those of you who don't know what a vibe is, it's like when black people move into your neighborhood. I don't say that, Jack, in front of my dad because he's very inclusive. I'm a descendant of the Klinka tribe. It's my Native American tribe that I'm from. Our tribe, we do this fun thing where we dress ourselves in red berry juice so we can hunt bears. And then the bears eat us because what they like more than, I don't know, something is bleeding humans. Okay. I'm not a very good native. I'm not a hunter or a gatherer. If I was in a tribe, they'd kick me out. I'm so bad at being a native, I had a white friend build me a fire. Okay. And I was like, whoa, that's great. I'm thankful for this heat from this fire, but why'd you make it a cross? Okay. Don't worry, I'm not racist. I'm 75% native and 25% white. I know how to do math because of the white side. And every time I meet new white people, they're always like, "Oh, I'm also native. I'm part Cherokee." And I just think that'd be fun to go up to white people and be like, "Well, I'm also, 1/4 white. I'm also part white. I have a white. My grandmother was a white princess." She belonged to a clan too, the KKK. All right. I got one more two here. One more two. There we go. The Chiefs. The Chiefs are a football team, and I saw this thing on the Chiefs. They always do this, the tomahawk chant or whatever, which I thought was kind of racist, right? But then they have a label on the back of their helmet that says "End Racism." So I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. I have an ex-wife. She was white. So you could say that when we met, she stole my heart. And then after the divorce, she took my house, so she stole my land too. All right. Thank you, everybody. I've been
All right. Thank you, Thomas Friday. All right, everybody. Up next for your Freaky Friday set, everybody give it up for Thomas Friday as Neil Singh.
Hello, my friends. I'm Indian. 7-Eleven, not casino, just to clarify. Both of my parents are immigrant Indian doctors, and I was born in the Indian province of Alabama. Yeah, so both of my parents are both Indian immigrant doctors, which means they are disappointed in me. My dad, he's such a negative man. Every time I tell him I'm on a show, he's always like, "Son, what is your future?" And I'm like, "Dad, come on. I've been doing comedy for a few years now, and eventually you're gonna die." I did everything what you did. You forgot. Let's skip that one. I've got a plan. Oh, so I was talking to my dad, and he was like that, and then I was just like, you got to forget, Oh, I already said that joke. So I've got a plan, and that plan is to wait. Okay. It makes it seem like I'm just waiting around for my parents to die so I can enjoy their stuff, which couldn't be farther from the truth. Like, I love my parents. I love them so much, I still live at their house. I enjoy their stuff all the time. And the way I see it, whatever stuff is mine is theirs. And whatever's theirs is mine because they bought it. That's how ownership works. Well, I'm just playing with you guys. I don't live with my parents. I'm 46 years old. I'm old as fuck. I don't live with my parents. That would be embarrassing. I live at my girlfriend's house. I went from one warm bosom to another. My girlfriend, she's great. She's my best friend. She understands me better than I understand myself. We were at dinner the other night, and she was like, if I died, how long would it take you to get another girlfriend? And I know my girlfriend, and if she's asking me a question, that's a trap. She's just trying to get me to mess up or say something stupid. And usually it would work, but this time I was ready, and I said, how long do you think it would take me to get a girlfriend? And she said, I don't think you would get a girlfriend. I think you would take the life insurance and run and buy a sex doll. I am butchering this. Neil is so funny, okay? This sex doll, though, I never really thought about it. You know? And I hadn't even really thought about it. And that's exactly what would happen, though. Because no woman could ever replace my girlfriend. None. No woman. But a sex doll from Vista, California. Serial number 14630A. Made in AOC's image. That might be pretty good. But I love being in a relationship. I hate being single. When you're single, you have to do all of these things to pretend you're someone else when you're not, like shower every day. Like, what am I, Louis 16? You know? And I used to have to pretend to read books. I don't read books. And it's eventually the question's going to happen. They're going to ask you, who's your favorite author? And you can't keep saying Harry Potter. He doesn't write books. It was written by Rowling. J.K. Rowling. Just kidding, Rowling. Thanks for butchering this joke.
Always for you, baby.
Just kidding, Rowling. Laugh now. Okay. I've been trying to quit smoking. I went to this hypnotist who they told me when I was hypnotized that every time I smoke a cigarette to just pretend like, or just actually not pretend, but to actually stick a finger up my butt every time I light up a cigarette. Well, that sucked because now I have two vices. And my fingers always smell like shit. All right. I've been Neil Singh. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Neil Singh. The dirty old man Indian jokes didn't transfer over well to the Native American young, good-looking guy. But you did your best, Thomas. That was fucking great. Give it up for all the comedians that did the set swap. That shit's not easy. That was impressive. You guys all did great. All right, you guys ready for your final comedian tonight? All right, let's get excited all the way from Boise, Idaho to be here for you tonight. Let's give him a nice dog days warm welcome to Tyson Gusman.
Thank you guys for being here. Give it up for all the comics you saw doing cool tricks tonight. That was fun, huh? I am not swapping my set with anybody who is here, but my parents did come to the show tonight, so you can think about me as the joke that they made. This show's fun. This is kind of like it's like part material, it's part roast. Is it cool if I roast everybody who was on? Yeah. Is that cool with you guys? Yeah. Okay, cool. I love that Joseph started off this show. He was like, "Man, all my material is bad, so let me do something else that I'm also bad at." That was a fun way to kick us off, man. Dude, Bernadette. Yeah. It really gave me the vibe that you signed up for this show because it was the closest you were going to be able to come to saying a slur. Like, it was just... She signed up to do Janel's set with the energy of like a Texas signing up for ice. Who was like, I'll do it, I guess. Somebody's got to do it, I guess I'll do it. Janel looked like she signed up to do Bernadette's set because she wanted to know what it would feel like to live that long. Alison Rose is goth, but only because she's as old as Gothic architecture. Christopher has a line, he's like, describes himself as not really a man's man. Dude, that's like saying the government isn't really working right now. That was crazy. Neil, I've never seen before. I met Neil tonight. I think he might be a bad comedian because... I saw him outside laughing at his own jokes while Thomas was doing them. If he thinks that's funny, I'd hate to see how funny he thinks it's done when somebody does it well. You know what I mean? That was crazy. Thomas I saved for last because I know Thomas and also because I wanted to see if this joke was okay. Will you read this and just give me a yes or no? Oh, that wasn't a shining endorsement, but I'll try it anyways. Thomas's set was largely about autism and his own genetic breakdown. If you guys didn't catch it, he's 75% Rain Dance, 25% Rain Man. You can see why I thought maybe that one might not be okay. That one I was... not too sure about. Glad to be here. Thank you, Bremerton, for coming out and supporting live comedy. You guys are awesome. Give it up for yourselves. I actually moved recently. I'm living in Portland now, which this mural kind of reminded me of. It's just flipped, right? Because in Portland, the sky is gray and the city is burning. So... it's fun out there, dude. I like it, man. I don't know. I like where I live. I live across the street from a park. The other day I saw a guy going for a run. We all know what that looks like, right? This did not look like that. Because this guy was running with no arms, okay? And not in like a cool, nonchalant, like I don't even care what's up with my arms kind of way. He cared, you know? He was running like I would run if I didn't want to wake up the bees on my arms, right? He's like, okay. And the thing that threw me about this is that he was wearing a Fitbit, which tracks your exercise based on how your arms move. Was he trying to trick it, right? Like, was he like, I swear to God, I'm on a bike right now. Like, I don't... He had this look on his face, too, like, I hope this works, you know? I wonder if he didn't want his wife to know that his bike was stolen. You know what I mean? Like, maybe she's going to get home from work and be like, honey, how was your day? He's like, good, I went for a bike ride. See? It's right there. 2.2 miles. It was harder than usual. No reason. But I felt bad for this guy, right? He's running around in the park. I was like, poor guy. We should help him get his bike back, right? We should do something, help this guy get his bike back. So as he ran past, I said, hey, man, I'm going to call the cops. And it must have cheered him up because then he started using his arms again. I thought that was pretty good. It's fun, man. I don't know. I drove out here the other day. I have not been sleeping well recently. Where are my morning people at? We got any morning people? Dorks. Bunch of losers, man. Not me, dude. I am self-employed. I got nothing to wake up for, huh? It's a positive thing. That's how we're spinning it. I don't know, dude. Sleeping in bed past your alarm going off, that feels too good, dude. That has to be nutritious. Your body's telling you something. That's a good thing, man. I don't buy it. I don't buy all these like macho dudes on YouTube. They pull up on my feed all the time because my Google wants to make me feel bad about myself. Do you guys have this? It's like every day I wake up and I light my bed on fire because I gotta punish it for letting me sleep. I'm like, dude, forgive your dad. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Every day I run 6 miles because it's the fastest way to kick the earth. Who should be punished? Forgive your mom. Like, I don't know. Every day I eat protein powder straight from the scoop. Liquids of the week. Have a drink of water. I think you should sit down. This guy needs to relax. I don't buy it, man. My morning person friends, they always bully me. Do you guys have this? Do you guys have friends who are morning people? You shouldn't. I don't know. Cut them out of your life. They're toxic influences. There's one right there. I can see this dynamic right here. One of you was late. I know that much. I know. Or was like, dude, you sleep until 9:30, bro? I can't imagine that. Yeah, because you're boring. You have no imagination. You know what I mean? Like that's, maybe sleep, maybe dream, maybe you'll grow one. You know what I mean? It was like, dude, you got to rise and grind, bro. What, am I behind on my nut butter quota? What are we doing? I don't work at a factory. Leave me alone. It's like, dude, you know how morning people are always beatboxing at you? Dude. Dude, 9:30, bro? 9:30? All right. It's always just fun to see how long people will tolerate beatboxing, you know what I mean? It's like 9:30, dude. What did morning people always say? They're like, dude, day's half over, bro. Yeah, maybe for you, because you fear the night. Coward, you know? That's how I feel about it. These are the same people who the clock strikes 4:30 and like, me. You know what I mean? Clock strikes dusk and they're like, maybe one more episode of Love is Blind, huh? Boring people. So this is what I've been doing to get back at my morning person friend. I've been breaking into his house at 10:30, the witching hour. And I go into his bedroom and I whip his day cover off and I go, what are you doing, bro? Day's only half over. Gotta rise and grind. We got 2 quarts of almond due by dawn. So I'm self-employed. It's fun. It's different challenges being self-employed. Recently, I've been trying to wake up in the morning. That's it. Just been trying to wake up in the morning. It's tough stuff, man. It's a different world. I don't know. Did you guys have a good rapture last week? Yeah. Pretty good. I feel like that was the overwhelmingly positive review. Not what they were expecting, really. I don't know. The world keeps ending. Honestly, I think I'm getting kind of used to it. You guys feeling that way? It kind of starts to feel nostalgic at a certain point. I'm like, oh yeah, end of the world. This is kind of nice. Like it reminds me of the other times. Like I kind of wish that I could go back and like tell all the versions of myself at all the different times that the world was ending. Like, yeah, you're right, kind of. You know what I mean? Like I wish I could go back to 2020 when it's like, oh my gosh, the whole order is collapsing, and be like, yeah, kinda. You know what I mean? Like the world's not over, but your office job is, right? It's gonna be mostly like productive sick days from here on out. You know what I mean? It's going to be like 15 months of pure horror and then the slow realization that Biden was only barely worth it, you know? I wish I could go back to like 2008 where it's like, oh my gosh, the economy's collapsing, it's all over, and be like, well, kinda, you know? Like we're not going back to the barter system, but you are going to sell your blood to afford premium Hulu. So it's kind of like the barter system with extra steps, you know what I mean? It'd be cool to go back to like Y2K when it's like, oh my gosh, everything on the internet, it's all going down. Like this is just, it's all chaos. Everything's gonna fall apart, and be like, yeah, no, that's true actually. That one you're correct. Cause like, what were we worried about with Y2K? It was like travel's gonna be a nightmare, the tax system's gonna be broken, nobody's gonna be able to talk on the phone. Like, brother, that happened. Look around, that's just called Gen Z. You know what I mean? I don't know. My girlfriend is an artist, and I'm a comedian. So when we retire, psych, just kidding. Gotcha. You're crazy, right? My girlfriend's an artist. I go to a lot of these art fairs with her, mostly as eye candy. I'm kind of her Vanna White, you know what I mean? We're the Carl's Jr. of the Saturday market. It's fun. But I go to these fairs with her, and it's fun. It's fun to see people, like, you know, supporting their community, you know, like walking around for 45 minutes and then not buying anything. It's great. I love an ally, you know what I mean? But it's fun. You get to see, like, people in all different walks of life there. I love seeing teenagers in that context. Man, I love seeing teens on the town. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Do you remember being this? Do you remember being teens on the town? I love it. Like, they're always walking around. They're always, like, on a mission. You know what I mean? They don't have one, but they're on one. They're always like, yeah. Like, their scheme for that night was like, yeah, we're going to go to the fair, and then we're going to go home. You know, it's just, there's not much going on. I love when there's like a romance involved. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, we got to go to the fair tonight. Brianna's going to be there. No, Brianna's homesick. She's not going to come, but Brielle's got a thing in Tacoma tonight. She's not going to be able to go. But, dude, Brianna's going to be there, and I heard Briffany might come. We got to go. We're going to go say hi, right? That's all that happens, by the way. It's just two single-gender groups crossing paths. Hey, 190. That's all they can take. Maybe one kid, like the daredevil of the group, like throws a piece of popcorn or something. He's going to introduce them to cigarettes next year. They're like, stop. Derek, stop. You're crazy. You're literally stop. You're crazy. Stop. Derek, you're literally crazy. Isn't it crazy that that's what 9th grade is, and in 10th grade, kids are having full-blown penetrative sex? Isn't that... Human development's beautiful, man. I believe in us. We're going places. I do get nostalgic a lot. I miss being a kid. Were you guys ever kids before? Any former children? Just a bunch of statues. You guys were all formed by the hand of Prometheus out of the clay of the earth. That's beautiful. Give it up for Prometheans, everybody, huh? Prometheans are people too, and they will. All right. No, I've been thinking a lot about childhood recently. I was raised relatively unsupervised. Anybody else? Any other second kids in the house? Yeah, no, one polite hand raised in the back when she remembered her childhood. That was... You tried to forget it. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's different. Like, being a second kid, first kid's parents are freaked out. You know what I mean? First kid's parents are like, oh no, what's the worst that could happen? Second kids are like, man, what's the worst that could happen? Get out there, sport. You know what I mean? Like, you know how some people have like an indoor cat and some people have like an outdoor cat? I was just the outdoor child. You know what I mean? Like, it was very much like my parents would just be like, all right, see you at dusk, set my bowl on the porch. You know what I mean? That was the energy. Spent a lot of time unsupervised in the woods, serial killer stuff. I turned out fine. You know what I mean? Like, I just walking around, hanging out. So I remember this one time I was a kid. I was probably like 4 years old, and my dad had left a gas can out by the creek because he was weed whacking the creek bed. I did grow up in weed whacking the creek bed country. I don't know if you guys are familiar. In fact, when I was old enough, weed whacking the creek bed was how I earned enough money for my first set of throwing knives. Serial killer stuff, man. I turned out fine, unsupervised in the woods. So I remember I'm like 4 years old, and I see this gas can, and I think to myself, gas smells pretty good. Listen. I don't know how to explain this to you guys. Gas smells different when you're a kid, okay? Gas smells how, like, cigars must taste to 40-year-old men, you know? Gas smells how it feels to lower yourself into a hot tub real slow, like, yeah, burns real good, you know? So I see this gas can, and I think to myself, gas smells great from far away. That can only get better up close. And so I have this, you ever have these memories where you just kind of, like, watch your body waddle over? Just got right up on it, and I go, and that is not something you forget, you guys. That one sticks. That one's taking up space in there. I can't do calculus because of that memory. That one's. And there, now I'm screaming, crying, throwing up, and not in the fun Taylor Swift way. So now I don't have a great sense of smell anymore, right? My brain got enough of that. It was like, we got smells, okay? Just turn the gain down on that one. So I tell people that now. I'm like, I don't have a great sense of smell. And they go, oh, COVID-19? And I go, no, gas can 03 actually. It's a bit different. You guys, I want to do one more thing for you. Today, I saw the first homeless guy I ever didn't feel bad for. Standing at the freeway on-ramp, spinning his sign on one finger. Brother, that's a job, okay? And I don't mean in a Republican, like, get a job kind of way. I just mean, like, my love, know your worth. You know what I mean? Like, you walk into a mattress firm, 18 an hour, right now. Your sign spinning freelance, dude? Like, what? That's crazy to me. Like, I don't want to scold this guy. I want to manage him. You know what I mean? Like, kid, you're going to be big one day. You know what I'm saying? This kid's going to be huge. Which is, by the way, that's what I say when I meet a baby for the first time. You guys ever do this? This kid's going to be huge. That's free. You can take that. This guy drove me crazy, though. I'm like, I don't know. It's a weird job market out there. Is he winning? Like, is he doing better than corporations are going to pay? That's not right? Like, forget about the minimum wage. We need to be doing better than our city's generosity, right? Like, that's crazy. But I was like, what is better for this guy? Like, what's better for us? Like, is it better that this person, like, beg for generosity, like, remind us of our mutual need for each other? Or is it better that he remind us that there is, a lunch buffet at the local diner? And I'm really not sure, but I do know that if you were at the lunch buffet, at least he would get to sleep in the hot dog costume, Good. Did you guys hear the news from Walmart? News from Walmart recently? I'll tell you. Oh, that's exciting. The most recent Walmart to open in Washington, D.C. received 23,000 applications for their 600 job openings, which means that when that Walmart had filled every position, they had a 2.6% acceptance rate. Okay. This same year, Harvard University had a 4.6% acceptance rate. And I just love the idea of the kid getting the call that day, right? If he's just like, yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, no, thank you. I will reapply. Yeah, thanks. I didn't get into Walmart. I guess I have to go to Harvard now. All right, my name's Tyson Gusman. Thank you guys so much. You've been great. Give it up for your hosts.
All right, keep it going for Tyson Gusman.